Do we finally get some inventory? Are rates coming down? Are there any big changes here in the Central Florida real estate market? And really this reflects really nationally. This is your numbers for July, which really covered till the end of June. So let's jump right in here and take a look. So in June, we are currently recording 5,450 homes on the market. In May, there was 5,149. That means it is a little bit of an increase. I like to look at the median price, which is still continuing to go up. Last month it was at 378. This month's at 385. And 1.74% or 1.74 months of supply means that it's really still a complete seller's market. I had friends that actually sold their houses as rates were going up, worried they were going to kind of miss out on the party, so to speak. And that never really happened. If you're selling a house and you're priced correctly, houses are selling still very quickly. And if you're a buyer, it's not as competitive, but still with the lack of inventory, still means it's not as easy to find a home. Now, when we kind of look here, I like to cover basically foreclosures because a lot gets made of this. Currently, there's 28 distressed homes on the market, which is a 33% increase, but really none at all. 28 distressed homes is really, really, really low. So that number is going to come up as the market shifts a little bit. Again, that just really means we're not in any kind of place where the market is shifting. We're going to get all these foreclosures or short sales. It's just not happening really anywhere in the nation. There are some places in California that are having a rougher time as people leave the area and other things. But in general, especially in Florida, that's not really happening at all. So let's look at kind of the comparison here that they do. So right now, they show the average rate at 6.66%. Let's take a look at that for a second, because right now when you look at the average rate, it's closer to 6.9%. Everyone's rate's different. It's going to depend on credit and all these qualifications. This is just an idea of where rates are at from Mortgage News Daily. But this is what I want to show you with inventory. This tracks that 9 in 10 mortgage holders have a rate below 6%. And they show here that 82.4% have below 5%, 62% below 4%, and 23.5% below 3%. What does that mean? That just means that is why there's no inventory coming on the market, because to do a lateral move, which really doesn't anyone any good, they're basically you're increasing your payment, $300, $400, $500 a month, and then if you're getting a bigger house, and of course that's going to make it go up more. So until rates fall meaningfully, and I've always said closer to 5%, you're going to have all this locked up inventories. People have a hard time justifying, selling their house unless they really need to. Now, there's always going to be, people buying and selling in every market. Right now, you can see the numbers here. Of that 5,450, we have 4,000 single family homes. So that is up a little bit. Of that, you can see these are the condos and these are the townhomes. So make it about 1,400 of that are townhomes and condos. New listings up a little bit, so that's good. People still putting their homes on the market. New contracts down. That's probably to do with rates going up, and that's pushes people out of the market. Pendings are down a little bit, and sales closed are still around that 3,000 mark, which is low for this time of the year, but makes sense with the inventory that we have. And days on the market is 41. So really, it's more of the same. We've got limited inventory, sellers not having a big motivation to sell. When they do, they're getting their price. And when you're buying, it is harder to do when affordability is low and rates are higher, but it is a little less competitive right now than it probably will be based on some of the data. If we look at rates here, they're showing current interest rates at 6.66% ending at June. And again, like I said, that went up really throughout this June and July. Now, I really think as the Fed meets again here on the 26th, they'll bump the Fed funds rate a quarter. But as the year goes on, Fannie Mae predicting rates to be under 6.4. I personally think rates will be closer to 6. And then we'll see how 2024 plays out. But till rates fall meaningfully, there's not going to be a lot of inventory. So if you're buying, it's not a terrible time because it's not as competitive as it will be when rates fall. Because even when rates fall, inventory is going to stay the same or not change a lot. It's going to stay more of a seller's market. So if you're a buyer, I'd buy now where rates are a little bit higher, refinance, get in front of the herd. And there are more programs right now that the government is putting out to encourage people to buy, and there are some incentives to get a lower rate if you are a first-time home buyer. So you want to reach out if you know someone or you're thinking of buying a home. So in general, it's kind of the same. What I think will change is rates will get lower throughout the year. That will create more demand. Median prices already started to trickle up here in Florida. We'll see if that plays out throughout the year. No one has a crystal ball, but my prediction is kind of like this. Small trickle up in appreciation, maybe kind of more of a flat market. Not a big change in inventory, though, when we get out of the selling season into the fall, we may get a little bit of jump up there. So we'll see. If you have any questions on the data, loan programs, reach out to me. I'd love to help. As more information becomes available that moves the market, I will cover it on these monthly reports here for the real estate market in Central Florida. Have a great day. Have a great month. Reach out to me. Let me know what I can do to help. Thanks.